It's the cold hard truth. I'm at the start of getting over you. Standing here looking at the long and dusty road ahead. Got what I wouldn't give to lose. Every day I'll be going through, putting another battle on the table, peel the labels. If I was able, I know what I'd do. If I could drink time and take it down to the bottom, get the getting over you behind, I would be fine. If only I could trade this heartache for a headache and some bloodshot eyes. Skip past the pain and know when you're not mine. If I could drink time, all the crime, wondering why I'm not in bed, I could throw it back, let it burn, get it over with. If a shot was a weed, I'd be shooting down every memory. Surrounded by nothing but empty glasses. Feel the past is letting go of me. It'd be a foolproof remedy if I could drink time and take it down to the bottom, get the getting over you behind. I would be fine if only I could trade this heartache for a headache and some bloodshot eyes. Skip past the pain and know when you're not mine. If I could drink time, all the crime, wondering why I'm not a been, I could throw it back, let it burn, get it over with. Pour out every kiss, every touch, so that I forget. Let me throw it back, let it burn, get it over with. And all that feels a buzz while our love runs dry. I would be alright if I could drink time and take it down to the bottom, get the getting over you behind. I would be fine if only I could trade this heartache for a headache and some bloodshot eyes. Skip past the pain and know when you're not mine. Oh, a little now, remember and run dry. If I could drink time, all the crime, wondering why I'm not a bit, I could throw it back, let it burn, get it over with. Pour out every kiss, every touch, so that I forget. Let me throw it back, let it burn, get it over with.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, singer.
So, you on board? You have a good time?
Oh my gosh, this song.
When I first moved back to Tennessee, it's not like I had a lot going on, and I quit a good job in pharmaceutical sales. My friends, you mean you were selling weed on the corner? And I'm like, but I met this guy, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago. And we started writing songs. We've written, I don't know, 30 or 40 songs. And this was a song that I was over at my, one of my family members one night. And they said they were going through some marital difficulties. And I said, well, y'all gonna stay together? And my cousin's wife said, well, he can go or he can stay. I'm not going to love him either way. And I thought, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard. And sometime during the next week, I was riding with a guy who I've written a bunch of songs with, and the song is 11 years old, and Leanne Womack cut it, and my friend Chris Stapleton is going to put it out on Friday, so. And y'all are my virgin audience. I've never played it out.
Be gentle with us.
It's been a long time since I've had a virgin anything. We pass in the hall on our way to separate rooms. The only time we ever talk is when the monthly bills are due. We go to work, we go to church, and fake the perfect life. But I'm past the point of give a damn, and all my tears will cry. But we can just go on like this. Say the word, we'll call it quits. Baby, you can go or you can stay. I won't love you either way. So long since I felt anything inside these walls. You can't hate, you can't hurt when you don't feel at all. I used to cry and stay up nights and wonder what went wrong. But it's been hard and hearts can only do that for so long. But we can just go on like this. Say the word, we'll call it quits. Baby, you can go, you can stay. I won't love you either way. We can just go on like this. Say the word, we'll call it quits. Baby, you can go, you can stay. I won't love you either way. I won't love you either way, no.
happy that it's getting out there in the world
Thank you.
again.
That'll
Thank
bring
God for Chris Stapleton in so many ways.
That'll bring a tear to a glass eye, won't it? Gotta pay attention.
Dun-dun. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken.
Right, where's the
Dun-dun.
rim shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delayed.
So we got folks.
A little delay there, but.
Oh, shoot.
That's always fun.
Well, I'm up again. All right. I wrote this song after I lost my mom, and once you lose somebody like that that's so close to you, initially you're just kind of numb. But right before that, you're trying to, at least me, I was trying to catalog everything that I knew about my mom and trying to remember everything and just trying to hang on to it for a second. And that's where this song came from. It was based on a memory of my first breakup when I guess I was 18. It was kind of a late bloomer, but yeah, the first breakup I was 18, took it pretty rough. My mom came over and she surprised me and said, I'll hang out with you a little bit, you can talk to me and I'll cook and do your laundry. And I was like, I left home at 17, so I mean, I wasn't used to that. I'm the eldest of 7, so I'm used to taking care of other people. So it was really nice for her to show up, look after me with my broken heart. And she said, life doesn't happen in a straight line. And I said, all right, thanks, Mom. I don't know what that means right now, but thank you. And at the end of the day, we spent the day together, and she was getting ready to go. I was like, hey, thanks for coming over. This has been great. It's been a while since we hung out. And she said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here, and I'll spend the night. And I was like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, you and me just hanging out and spending the night. It's kind of weird. But it was what I needed, and it was great. And then fast forward years later when she was, lying there with cancer, and it was like, we stayed there, my siblings and I, we kind of lived in the house with her for about a month before she passed. And she kept, she was very self-effacing and very, put herself last, but she was always like, you don't need to be here, and, you should go out and be living your lives, don't take care of me, I'll be fine. And I said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to stay here, and that's where I belong. That's what this song's about. Life doesn't happen in a straight line, but it happens all the same. When it comes to fate, we are the authors. We must be braver than our fathers. I know it's hard sometimes to back down from the futures we create. And there's a high road and a low. Which one you're on, only you can know. Do you believe every mistake and missed opportunity will bring you back to me someday? Every circle is a straight line that bends before it breaks. And my heart is a coal mine. You won't find diamonds right away. Shadows cast in the moonlight are invisible by day. I'm not going anywhere, is what I'm trying to say. Now we will never be farther from our past than we already are. It is a beautiful illusion that we have moments at all. And every ship in the harbor is waiting on the tide to embark. And the same trick of gravity holds you to me. And I think that's why we keep falling. Every circle is a straight line that bends before it breaks. And my heart is a coal mine. You won't find diamonds right away. Shadows cast in the moonlight are invisible by day. I'm not going anywhere, that's what I'm trying to say. Which one we are on, only you can know. I still believe every mistake and missed opportunity will bring you back to me someday. And every circle is a straight line that bends before it breaks. And my heart is a coal mine. You won't find diamonds every day, and shadows cast in the moonlight are invisible by day. I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not going anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. Man. I love your stuff, man.
So thank you.
No, I mean, I love you, man. But
Thanks, man. Say.
That was a damn good song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. I know. That's a really good thing to say right now. Shit. Yeah. So good. Okay, so I resigned from the trio that called Eden's Edge in 2013. It was probably the hardest decision I ever made. I've like kind of said goodbye to my life's work and believed in something bigger. And I've been spending every year since then making a solo project. And so I've been on a long journey with that. And I signed a new publishing deal. Actually, Tim and I were at the same publishing deal at the same time. I was like, hey, Tim.
we were.
Yeah, we were. Sorry.
They fired me.
They fired me too. We both got fired. But while we were there, we were both there for 3 years. I think we got signed about the same time.
Yeah.
But they both, you know, they helped me get to where I am today, which is not something I would ever have guessed. Because growing up in Arkansas, like being in a band with your parents, like I actually really idolized my parents' music and the music that they raised me on. Like the music in the 60s and 70s were like the shit.
There's
you know?
no doubt. Trust me. Oh, wait. No, it was. It was great.
But the first time I ever fell in love with music independently and was like, no, this is my thing, were the Dixie Chicks. And I would go to Little Rock, which was like an hour-and-a-half drive from my little town of 50 people, and go to the biggest show I'd ever been to in my life. And it was a spiritual experience for me. And that's when I knew I wanted to be in country music. So then all these years later, I ended up in a trio, and I thought it was like made sense to me and all this stuff. And then I ended up needing to leave, and I was confused for like a lot of years and writing all these songs. I wrote like over 350 songs and was like trying to figure out my voice, and I knew I wanted to make this project. And so anyway, the company that we were with ended up, the LA office signed the Dixie Chick sisters, Marty and Emily. And so we got hooked up and played a couple shows together and always talked about writing, but never could get around to it because they have like a cajillion children and are crazy busy. And so my husband and I felt pretty stuck in Nashville for different reasons. So we packed our car and we drove to LA, and we moved to LA. It must be a thing. And on the way over, I passed through Texas, and I knew Emily was around where I was, and I hit her up and said, I'm here for a week if y'all want to get together and write. So I wrote with Emily and her husband Martin, and then I went on to LA. And then they called me up and were like, do you want to come back and write again? We had a lot of fun. So I was like, hell yeah, I do. So I got on a plane and went back and stayed with them for another week. And then at the end of that week, they came to me and said, hey, we just, like, what are you doing, like, with your music? I thought I was writing for the Courtyard Hounds. Like, I was, like, so excited to get a Courtyard Hound cut, you know, which is Emily and Marty's duo. And they were like, do you want to make a record? Because we want to help you do that. And I about fell over. I was like, I mean, God is so funny, you know.
Got that right.
And so they like literally moved mountains for me to be able to make this record. And Martin produced it for free. Emily and Marty both played on it for free. Marty let me use her studio in Austin for free. They brought in all their favorite players from Austin to be on the record. And like literally that's what it takes for artists to be able to make pieces of work. It takes miracles like that. And so it's really cool that I can tell you right now that my first single, which is what I'm about to play, is now on iTunes. Right before the show started, it's been this. I've never released a record independent since digital music came out, and I've been having old person trouble, I guess, trying to figure out how to get it on there. And I just saw on iTunes that it's on there. So you can actually go to iTunes and buy this song. And I literally found out like 30 minutes ago. So
That's awesome.
I know, yay! The song's called Bandit Queen. Thanks for listening to my extremely long story. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, gonna get up out of the ground. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. My boy, he don't talk too much, but he keeps his arm around me and he calls me his lucky one. My boy, he's the devil's son. He's my sharpshooter, rustler, I'm the rose, he's a wild bun. Got my Smith and my Wesson and my Cracker Jack man, ruling the dust on the outlaw lands. Live the life of a bandit queen, straight up runaway royalty. Barrels up, I'm in love with a wanted gun, and we're living off velvet liquor and lust. Lay me down on a bed of gold in a renegade palace where our hunger can't be controlled. Spin me around like the 45 you stole. Lord have mercy on chivalry's blessed soul. I'll never stop running with my wild Mustang. I'll never stop making that chamber sing. Live the life of a bandit queen, straight up runaway royalty. Barrels up, I'm in love with a wanted gun, and we're living off velvet liquor and lust. So raise that bounty you got on our heads. Make a toast to Johnny Long right off in the sunset. Live the life of a bandit queen, straight up runaway royalty. Barrels up, I'm in love with a wanted gun, and we're living off velvet liquor, liquor and guys so much. Oh.
I remember when she and I were at the same publishing company. I was like, man, she is very talented. The music business is a crazy business, and Jesse, I get that story, dude. When I first moved back to Tennessee, the one person that said you can do whatever you want to do was my dad, and my dad passed away a few years ago, and so I wrote this song for my parents. My parents were married for 58 years, which is a long time.
58.
58. 58. I'll take dick jokes for 50, Ken. Listen up. 58. 58, buddy. But, yeah, before my dad passed away, he had cancer too, and so I remember going over there to see my dad, and he hadn't said anything in a few days, and I was spending some time with him, and he was 86 years old, so I think he knew he had a good life, and so I leaned over and I said, hey Dad, I love you. And my dad didn't say anything, he just kind of laid there. So I said, Dad, if you can hear me, squeeze my finger. You know, because sometimes you just say, hey, squeeze my finger. And all of a sudden my dad kind of gave my finger a squeeze. And I said, Dad, that wasn't my finger. My dad had a good sense of humor. So I wrote this song for my parents. This was a hit for a guy named Lee Bryce. Pretty simple advice, I think, actually. They called him crazy when they started out. Said 17's too young to know what love's about. They've been together 58 years now. That's crazy. He brought home 67 bucks a week. Bought a little 2-bedroom house on Maple Street. Well, she blessed him with 6 more miles to feed. That's crazy. Just ask him how he did it. Say pull up a seat. It'll only take a minute to tell you everything. Be your best friend, tell the truth. Don't overuse I love you. Go to work, do your best, and don't ask my own common sense. Never let your praying knees get lazy and love like crazy. They called him crazy when he quit his job. Said them home computers, boy, they'll never take off. He sold his one-man shop to Microsoft. They paid like crazy. Just ask him how he made it. He'll tell you faith and sweat. The heart of a faithful woman. Never let him forget. Be your best friend, tell the truth. Don't overuse I love you. Go to work, Do your best and don't ask my own common sense. Never let your friend, he's getting lazy. Love like crazy. Always treat your woman like a lady. Never get too old to call her baby. Never let your friendies get lazy and love like crazy. They called them crazy when they started out. They've been together 58 years now. Ain't that crazy? Thank you.
Whew, I wrote this a long time ago. All right. This is a song about, sometimes when you get older, they say you're supposed to learn a bunch about mistakes you made. And I was talking to a friend, and I was like, man, this past decade's been fucking shitty. But they're like, well, I'm sure you learned something from it. I'm like, I'm not so sure. I don't know if I learned anything from it. But it's just about getting older and trying to keep doing what you do. I know everyone here does the same. Here we go. Watching the parade go by on the TV. I'm looking for a face in the crowd, someone who knows me. Are you sleeping tonight? Who's lying next to you? Do they know about me? That I'm the one who belongs there in the darkness, lying by your side. And if you're out there in the crowd, you can hear me, won't you turn around? Yeah, now have I gone so far just to turn around? Have I fought so hard only to lose you now? I'm older, but I ain't no wiser now. Chasing your shadow, smash my fist through your bedroom window. I just wanna touch you in this crowd and break every wall down. You know I'd tear apart this town if only to tell you all about me. How I've been doing lately, I've been doing just fine. But I'm still there in the darkness, lying by your side. Yeah, now I've gone so far just to turn around. Never fought so hard only to lose you now. Well, I'm older, but I ain't no wiser now. Like a freight train, I see the people pass me by, but I'm looking for your face. And if you're sleeping tonight, who's lying by your side? Yeah, now I've gone so far just to turn around.
gonna be a rebel and end on a slow song. This is the first song that I wrote for this record. I'm putting so the single got released just now, and then the full record is coming out this month, and this song is on there. And I talked about my grandparents earlier. The farm I grew up on, my grandfather bought and raised his 5 children on, and he was retired Air Force. Actually, both of my grandmothers and my grandfathers were retired Air Force. And it's really cool that all of us up here have experienced great love. My grandparents were married for 70 years. And it's only because my people live forever in my genes. It's like, I'm scared. I'm scared how old I'm gonna be. My grandmother is still alive. She's kicking at 96. My grandfather was 94 when he passed away. Their love was amazing, and to hear their stories, you know, we were so close, it was cool to hear them talk about the World War and what it was like for her to be pregnant and for him to leave and him not meet us. Well, first of all, she had barely any way to communicate with him, and then he would come back and his son would be 10 months old for the first time meeting him. And that kind of love, and I have a lot of family and friends in the military that give their lives and sacrifice, and not only is it such a sacrifice for the men and women that go over and fight for our freedom, but the families back home that support them and love them and are unwavering in that way. It's just the greatest love to me. I have the most respect for it. So I wrote this song just about that kind of love and about the love I got to see my grandparents share. It's really special to me. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys for listening to all of us and for putting up with our, especially my crazy long stories. My name is Hannah Blaylock. I have some EPs that I don't have available publicly. They're just kind of EPs I sell at shows, and so not all the songs that are on here are on my record, but some of them are. Anyway. If you want to have some singer-songwriter songs, I have some of those here. This song is on there. After this
thank you. Well, I've had to pee for about 25 minutes. Well, I was gonna play something that I don't play very often. It's so freaking stupid. I know, I wanted to play it.
Do it.
I forgot it. Like,
Is that the first song you wrote? Happy birthday?
I did write that. I didn't get any credit for it. I can't remember it. It's freaking funny too, man. It's called Balls. Craig's heard it, but I cannot remember the first line.
We heard it too. Yeah. We heard it.
Y'all heard Balls?
Yeah.
That sucks. I can't remember it. So I'll play this song instead. It's like the freaking complete. I say freaking because I don't want to get in trouble. This is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So people say, how'd you get in the music business? And I was like, well, I guess God has a wacky sense of humor. But I went out a couple years ago and wrote some songs with Darius Rucker, and the first thing I wanted to say was, in a long valley pool. And the dolphins cry, what does that mean? I'm just gonna wade my way through it. I don't know the last time I played it. But he recorded it, and it was one of songs on his last record. I'm just gonna play it. I don't know. I gotta pee. I never was the biggest or the fastest guy. I never hit a home run when the game was tied. I knew from an early age I wasn't gonna be a doctor or the CEO of anything. So I sang, gentle on my mind, and I played Stairway to Heaven 1,000 times. I tried to stand out from the crowd, but most times I struck out at the plate. So I sang, I wasn't cool enough to be a ladies' man. It took me forever just to hold her hand. First time we kissed, she whispered, I love you. I wasn't brave enough to say I loved her too. So I sang, you are so beautiful to me, and I played every note of faithfully. I loved her with everything, but I couldn't think of anything to say. So I sang, no one believed in me like my old man, and he worked hard and bought me my first Fender Strat. When the angels called him home, my mama asked if I would speak. There were no words to say how much he meant to me. So I sang, it is well with daddy's favorite songs, and what I feel would take too long to say. So I sang. So I sang. Thank y'all for hanging out tonight. Hannah Blaylock and Jesse, the handsome guy with the hat.
Wow.
Pleasure's over.
Well, everybody, I'm sad to say that's the end of our show for tonight, but this was a wonderful night. Wasn't this great?